Live right now?
Yeah, right now.
Right this minute.
We're 3 seconds in, babe.
Hello, everybody.
Now we just gotta because we're surprise living. So we're just gonna see if we can get people to come on, say hi to us. So we'll answer some questions. Let me go on here.
And we're doing some.
Hey, everybody. We're going to see if we can get anybody to come on alive. We got 2 people on. Hi.
Yeah, one of them's me.
Oh, one of them's me. One might be Mom.
I'm here.
Hi, Jamie.
Carly
Oh, yep. There they come.
Hi, Carly. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Welcome.
Yeah, we just decided to do like a quick surprise live because we watched Special Forces last night and Corey
enjoyed it.
Corey really liked it. Yep. So he was like, let's do it live and talk about it today. See if there's anybody who wants to talk, not necessarily even just about Special Forces, but how do we open that over
Hello,
here?
Virginia.
How do we get this bigger? Let's see. Yeah, so did anybody else watch Special Forces last night? We did, and Corey loved that Cody Brown got told to shut the F up in the first 30 minutes.
Yep.
So
I got a new hero. I don't know. I really liked, I watched season 3, really enjoyed it. So it's like growing up with my dad. He was a drill sergeant.
I was like, why? Oh, because he really was a drill sergeant. So yeah, it was crazy. We did enjoy watching it. My mom got here late last night, and so she watched it with us. Yeah, Jamie says the algorithm's finally straightened out.
Box.
Yay. I know. I think we're finally starting to hit back on the algorithm. So thank you everybody for sharing our stuff. Because I think that got us back up there. Yeah, Cody didn't disappoint last night, did he? I thought a lot of it was super funny. Corey had to sit there with a notepad and write a bunch of stuff down. Because it was hilarious for him.
Yep. This was an amazing episode. I don't know. Cody's, I guess I should have watched football a lot more. I don't know half of the people on here. So basketball I did know. So, but Cody's really the only one that I really know on this one. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
season 3. I've known more people, but
yeah, because Corey said this like 15 times last night because you know how he likes those quarterbacks.
Yeah, I even put down. Christine says I'm not very good at foreplay, so I'm working on that. Then he looks over with his dazzling eyes, and I sure do like me a quarterback. The guy's like, can't breathe. Stay away. Stay away. So it was awesome.
We were laughing so hard when he said the quarterback comment. Oh, hopefully everybody else liked it. I know, how come we can't get like more of the, you know what I'm saying, more of the chat up here? But we have chats in 2 different places on our screens. And then, of course, on Sunday night, we are going to be watching the Sister Wives show. And I'll do like possibly even a live on TikTok, live reaction. And then we'll make a video about it the next day. And we'll talk about it the next day because I think I'm kind of actually excited for the new season to see what's going to happen with it. Because I don't know. I can't get past Cody's teeth. And I know that sounds probably so petty, but I don't know. It's like, what on earth are you thinking? Did he only have the funds for like a certain amount of teeth? And is that why he's going on Special Forces, is to get the rest of his teeth? I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Well, he only has 4 teeth done.
Yeah.
And so he's got his top 4 teeth done. So if you look at the way he talks, like his back teeth are like hidden, but the 4 front teeth are done. They're fake.
Okay.
So, yeah, and so every time he talks, I feel like he looks kind of like a beaver or something.
Oh, I thought it was just the words coming out of his mouth. So that was
Yeah.
irritating you, but
Yeah, it was. Yeah, doll money, Mel. That's probably true. Robin's like, don't you be taking my doll money to go ahead and get your teeth fixed. What do you need those for? And so,
it was on Fox, right? What did we see
yeah,
it
but
on?
when I recorded it, it didn't record on Fox. It recorded on a high definition channel. I don't know which one
Okay.
it is. And so, but that's so true. Doll money. Absolutely. Yeah. Special Forces is on live local Fox stations on TV. Yeah. We just have it because when I recorded it through the local cable channels, it just said, do you prefer high definition? And so I didn't realize it was on Fox until it started saying that, like on our thing. And Corey has been properly shamed and chastised about his microphone, so he's going to keep it right in
here,
his face
so that you
today.
guys can hear everything I say when I say something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, and then we have my mom here today. She's just off to the side. So she said she'd be happy to answer some questions today too, once Corey gets done sharing his little, we're trying to figure out all of our, the way that we can use this program. And so Corey,
Should I share it?
Corey wants to share this with y'all. Can we hear it though when it plays?
I think it will. So I think it'll play. So
How old are you?
We
57.
can't hear it
how
though.
old are you? No.
Okay,
but
I'm
I
going to
got
say
my
this
closed
at the risk
captioning
of
on.
sounding sexist,
57
but I think
year old
men
personality.
want to be
I think
respected.
Men want to be
And
respected.
women want to be loved.
And
I don't
women
care if
want
you
to be
love me.
loved. I don't care.
I care if you
I
respect
care
me.
if you respect me. And they don't. And they don't respect him, and I love that. So
What's funny to me about that is when he says that, that's so true, but he didn't seem to know that with the first 3 wives, and he lost all of his wives because he didn't seem to know that that's all you need to do is love them. And
yeah, they didn't respect him enough.
yeah, and it's so true because that is one of the number one things with my mom and my dad, or my dad is like, you will respect me. And my mom says to my dad one time, well, what did you do to, because I called him what did I call him, a jackass? I called him a son of a B word. And
Wasn't very respectful to grandma though.
yeah. What?
Oh.
Oh, my grandma. I'm like, what? But yeah, so I called him a son of a B word, and he called my mom all pissed off and angry at me because I was still pretty young, right? I was in my early 20s when I did that. And my mom was like, well, were you being a son of a beep? And so he's like, that doesn't matter. I'm her dad. She has to respect me. So for polygamous men, it really does matter if they're respected or not. It pisses them off when they're not respected. Thank you so much for that super chat. Is it Mockingbird? How do we do that?
Yeah.
It says, will you watch Seeking Sister Wives? I know it's very different from the AUB Polygamists, but I can tell you it isn't boring. We didn't have any plans to watch Seeking Sister Wives.
I don't know anybody that's on Seeking
Yeah.
Sister Wives.
We watched the season 1 only because we knew the Aldridges. I grew up with Vanessa, and Corey grew up with Charisse. But other than that, we have never watched another season because to me it felt like, so polygamy is for the religious aspect of it, and that just feels like it's for the sex aspect of it.
Or the dating.
Or
All I
yeah.
saw was them going through, and yeah, it's hard to date outside of their religion. So because they don't really know what the different, I don't know, scriptural things that they're following and stuff like that. So I guess we could watch one. I just don't know if I'd give you much input.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know that we'd have much input to put on it just because it's just we're not familiar with it. Jamie says, good to see he's not acting like an asshat just for Sister Wives. Yeah, I think it's funny.
Oh no, he's got that. Yeah, he shows up in every way that way. So
Yeah. I love this comment too. Cody, no one respects you, so get over it. And
shut the fuck up.
so true. Can't say the
Sorry.
F word on our channel.
Beep it
But
out.
yeah. And Cody is so much shorter than the other male contestants. I don't know how tall he is. Do you know how tall he is? Yeah, I don't know how tall he is. I think he's under 6 feet though. I'm 6'2", and I don't remember because I haven't seen him in so long. I don't remember if he's
I don't.
shorter than me or not.
Last time I saw him,
Oh, Cody's
We were in
not 5'10", maybe 5'8". Oh, yeah. Oh, 8'5". Oh, yeah, he is, huh?
not eight.
If he says 10 feet tall, that's what he thinks.
Yeah, somebody says, oh, I didn't know how short he was. That's a new thing. Have you seen the disgusting Sister Wives promo literally telling Robin he wanted another wife just for sex and he doesn't care how it comes out? Honestly, I think, and this is my own opinion, I don't know, that at this point they have nothing else to lose, and so they're just going to go
Or
balls
talk
to the
about.
wall. Yeah, and so they're going to come out as shocking as they can to keep their show relevant. That's
Says-
what I think Robin and Cody are going to do.
He says 5'10".
Yeah.
Nice.
He is 5'8", and he says he's 5'10". Yeah, he looks like a little guy. That's probably why he's got little man syndrome so bad.
Well, they got basketball players and football players on there. Of course, he's gonna. Yeah, real athletes.
True athletes. If anyone has questions for my mom too, I'm gonna swing the microphone over there for her so that she can answer, or unless you don't want your voice on microphone.
Every
she doesn't care
man
anymore.
ever does that.
Have you seen the short preview for season 20? Cody says something along the lines of he'd consider getting a new wife right now if she was pretty. That skipped. If she was pretty, and because he and Robin have different sex drives. No, he didn't. I haven't seen that
Yeah, I
one.
haven't seen it. It'll be interesting if he did.
Oh my gosh, is that real? I'm gonna have to go look that up. I didn't know that. Wow. Oh, he says, and Nodi says he's just barely taller than Mary. And I did see something where Mary's like, if I date again, I want the guy to be at least 6 feet. So that's funny. This is hilarious comment. Thank you so much for this comment. What an athlete who needs an hour rub down to perform. Is that how Dad was too, Mom? She's just laughing.
The fluffer wife.
I don't know if you can say she's a fluffer wife on our live, but nonetheless he did. So there you go. Christine was the fluffer wife. I can't. My mom's over here. What is a fluffer wife?
That's exactly
I know. My mom's brain. Mom, I will tell you when we're not live.
I stuff without you kids.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do you want to show this other scene?
Yep, sure.
Here, you do it. You got your stuff on.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna go look for that preview because have you seen that preview, Mom? Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Okay, Corey's going over
so
another.
Serious.
All I ever hear is don't f it up. I don't hear anything else.
With recruits still to prove
So
themselves.
Let's go.
Number 4, Cody Brown. Fronts up for Team Alpha.
To do hard
They probably
things
can hear it.
to do
is
hard
to be
things
good
is
at being a man.
You can
Lean
just hear
into
it
it.
on your end because we
Keep
can't hear
going.
it on ours.
Pull away.
And every once in a while, you need just proof
You need to prove
of who you are.
Hold it there. Go.
So you guys doing this on the live and you can hear it.
Good control. Huh? Knowing
How long
when
do you
to
let this
stop
play,
is a trick.
With
Oh, there-
15
there it is.
recruits still in the
Dismount.
air.
Superman
You're next.
dismount.
Move back. Move.
Okay.
What funny quips did you have to say about that one?
Nothing. He just only men can do hard things, and so it's good.
Women can't do hard things.
No, that's what he's saying there, right? Yeah. Yep. Well,
My mom said she raised a bunch of men because she had 7 girls. Oh. Yeah, somebody says, did he just say those words? Yeah. Corey
Yes, he
rewound
did.
it like 15 times. Like what? And then wrote it down.
It was
Oh.
tough rubbing all those women's massaging their hips and getting them in place to have those kids. That was some, and getting the knife in the kidney. He's gone through some hard things in his life, or watched them. So
Right?
so
Yeah, he's last night. I was kind of sad because he goes, I'd take my 2 oldest boys. And my first thought was he can't remember those boys' names. That's why he just said the 2 oldest, is because he can't remember. I think it's Logan and Hunter that are the 2 oldest boys. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So now Corey's got one more scene he wants to show everybody. Well, you want to do that right now or in a minute? Oh, you're looking it up. So yeah, we had to watch it with my mom. My poor mom last night, she got, we were making fun of stuff. And sometimes our commentary, we'd get kicked off YouTube if we said what we were actually saying during the videos. But mom got a front row seat on that last night. So Carly says, I absolutely agree with this, Carly. Thank you. Says, hell yeah, Mel. Oldest daughters are the strongest men I know. Very true. I've had to do some shit in my life. Oh, let's see.
Well, he did make the statement there too that knowing when to stop is the trick when he came down. And I was like, getting wives, talking. He hasn't figured that part out. So, but probably knowing when to stop to hit the ground is what he was talking about. But he definitely doesn't know when to stop on the talking and getting more wives, apparently.
No, it's so bad. So bad. Yeah.
So what did you agree with? I'm sorry, I missed it.
What? Oh, that oldest daughters are some of the toughest men.
That's right.
It's very true. I am. Somebody says fluffer wife. Sorry, my husband cannot be trusted on a live. Oh, you had me laughing with the 99. Yeah, because here he goes on special forces, but then he's got 99-degree fever and can't function in life. Oh, special forces was just funny to us. We watched it and laughed. I mean, it wasn't as eventful as we thought it might be in the first episode, but
well, it was two things. What they did show of Cody was him getting yelled at. I can't wait if he makes it that far, when the ladies are going to yell at, the women are going to yell at him because they're in the special forces. They have some interrogators that will yell at him. I want to see that part if he makes it that far. And I was totally blown away that he wasn't the first one out. So I was, but there were episodes where you can see that he's been in deeper in. But yeah, I think there was like only 3 or maybe 4 scenes that he was in.
But I read somewhere that he is out by episode 3.
Oh, nice.
But there's only 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of boring. I agree. My favorite part of the whole night was when he got told to shut the F up. So yeah, it was, but I agree with you. I thought it was a little,
because he was just wanting to be in charge. I'm telling people what to do. I'm the leader. I'm organizing. And he's like, no, you're not. Shut up. So.
Well, and we hadn't seen a lot of the commercials for it either, but I did see something where he's like, hopefully my kids will see this and know that their dad can do blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, or here's an idea, pick up your phone and work things out with your children. Go to their house, work things out with your children. Don't just go on national TV to try to make your kids proud of you. I don't know. I think that going and having any sort of interaction with your children is a great way to work things out for your children to respect you. Oh, but he doesn't, I don't know.
That's the next one. So.
Oh, you got another one?
Well, that's the next one that you're.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
So Corey has put a lot of effort into figuring this out on our editing.
Alpha, have sacks of grain.
How do you get up there?
You zigzag it. Little steps.
I was just wondering where those 6-pack
I
abs
want my
went.
children to see that I can do the impossible still.
Mark, I can run it.
Keep the old man out.
All the way up here, Team Alpha. Left-hand side of the blue door. Bravo team, let's get the kit on the right-hand side of the door. Alpha, good effort. Let's go. Back down, help your mates.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not
You
seeing
got
the
it, Mom!
six-pack abs in
Hey,
this.
you're not on the same team.
Oh, sorry, stop.
Nice work, Alpha.
Oh, really?
Alpha are making good ground.
Yo, you're leading right now.
Dull clothes.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, good doll outfits.
Leaving
All right, we'll stop that there.
Yeah. So somebody
think
was
I
just
missed
saying
it.
they got $25,000 to show up. Wow. That's I had read somewhere that it was 100, but I was like, how the heck could they pay people 100 grand?
That's why I loved it when he's like, "You got your paychecks. You guys can leave now." So,
Right.
and so it's very, very tempting, I guess. So,
Yeah. Somebody says, I wasn't going to watch it, but if you recommend it, I'll try it. There's so much screaming. I usually avoid those shows. I don't know that
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, honestly, you'll get the best of the clips if you watch TikTok or YouTube shorts, or that's really where you'll get the best of the show right there. I don't think there's a lot more to it than that. So, other
Corey,
than
can
that,
you figure out how to put up the latest Sister Wives promo? I'd love your take on it.
yeah, we're
I'll
gonna have to watch.
figure that
So we'll
out.
watch that tonight or tomorrow, and maybe do another surprise live this weekend. We have my mom all weekend. She came up to stay with us because we've got a birthday party going on, and so
Melanie left out the fluffer wife when she was describing all of the wives and their personalities. So
I did a video on the different wives and the different personalities. And no, I did not put the fluffer wife in there. I'm sorry, that didn't cross my mind. Yeah. Somebody just looked up the definition of fluffer.
I guess I could do that.
It's
no,
basic-
probably not.
Yeah, it's basically
Full episode
getting
is
your
on YouTube.
husband
Okay.
prepped for. Oh, whoops! I clicked the wrong one. The full episode is on YouTube. Oh, I wanted to go to this. It jumped. Can he get his teeth fixed now? So did he have to go do special forces because Robin wouldn't give him any more money? She's like, no, this is pre-spent on dolls and.
Sorry. He tried to give that portrait that was painted for them to the dentist as payment, but they were like, nah.
We
doesn't
can't
use
hang that in
much."
our office.
Yeah.
It's too sexualized. Oh,
We
if
love
anyone
mom's
has any
take.
questions for my mom too, she's here. So feel free to ask a question. And
Yeah, don't tell your mom. Dude, yeah, show that one. Don't look it up.
don't tell your mom about fluffers. I know. I don't want to. Corey's the one who brought it up in front of her. So,
Giving you guys too much laughs for stupid stuff I didn't know.
let's see.
I don't even know what it is. I learned about it in priesthood meeting. So
Oh yeah, somebody says be careful you don't use too much footage or you'll get a copyright.
okay.
So
Well, I don't think
I think
I
it's less
have-
than a minute you can use. Let's see. Oh, it varies per person. I thought they got paid. Oh yeah, maybe I'll bet like if you have a better manager and that manager like gets you a better go. I mean,
Well, you want to get into this far enough where they call you in and do a backstory on you. So that you can do your
because I want to see these the staff or whatever they're called. I want to see them yell at Cody and be like, you had to have 3 wives. So Mel, was your mom horrified when you just told her? I actually didn't tell her. She's Googling it right now. No, I'm just kidding. She's not. Oh,
Not yet. I'll Google it later.
had a question about
okay. Let's pull it this one. I had a question about undergarments with swim clothing. Would it be similar to a burkini? The Muslims recommend swimwear.
I don't know what that is.
Yes and no. The burkini is it's a Muslim recommended swimming suit, swimwear.
Okay.
So not a lot of people ever took there's some people who just disregarded the garment and they just went swimming anyways. I don't know that I ever really remember you doing that too often, Mom. Yeah, my mom didn't do it. So if she went swimming, she would just get in her regular clothes or
Except when I went to Lava with
yeah.
Lava.
Yeah, so she didn't really. My mom wore her garments very well, she still does, if I can say that. Sorry, Mom, but Yeah, so some people just wear them very faithfully and they never take them off to go swimming. They never take them off to do anything like that. They just wear them 24/7. So, and I really don't remember my mom ever taking them off and going swimming without them. Didn't you, when you went to Israel, did you wear garments when you went to Israel? And then, but you're in the Dead Sea. I was going to say, you're in the Dead Sea, but you still had your pants. Yeah, you had long pants on. Oh,
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
for what?
The Brianna chicken fry will be entertaining when she doesn't love Cody or respect him.
Yeah. It's funny
So-
to me, like, why is respect like so important to him? Because he's
'Cause
so
he's-
disrespectful to his wives.
Well, because of his position as the priesthood leader of the home.
Yeah.
So that comes with a level of respect that you should automatically get no matter your behavior within their teachings. Yep, it is what they teach. So
My mom just said that's got to be what they teach because my dad has said the exact same words.
yeah, and just FYI for everybody, I'm just telling you guys what how we were raised and the kind of the teachings that I remember hearing. I left that group because I didn't agree with them. I didn't agree with all those teachings. So
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody.
but I am going to repeat exactly what they are teaching, why they think that they do need that respect without earning it at all. So
They earned it because they were born male.
and got the priesthood.
Yeah. And got
Once they became worthy to get the priesthood and have that stuff, that comes with a level of deity that you should respect for the very, depending on your ranking of priesthood.
So I don't know. I'm sorry. I've seen this question come up. Let me.
All right, that's noisy.
Oh no, I hate this thing. It bounces and there's no way to stop it. How are you guys with the SOVCIT stuff? I don't know what that means. Maybe if you can give
Spell
us,
it out.
yeah, be a little bit more, descriptive about that because I want to answer that question. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so Mom, there's a question for you right here. Do you want me to scoot you close so you can answer it, or do you just want to say it and I'll answer it? I think I should put the microphone in front of your face. Question for your mom. Did you get support from anyone in the AUB when you had cancer? Did they provide any support to Robert's needs? So Robert wasn't actually born yet. The cancer came when I was like 11 or 12. And so Robert was born when I was 20. I was 20 when he was born. So he hadn't been born yet. So did you get any support from people in the AUB when you had cancer?
I didn't. I didn't see any reason for them to support me. It was something that I had to do on my own. The program was pretty strict and would have been nice to have people help me with green drinks and carrot juice, make my teas and different things that I had to do. But I just did it because I'm the mom. You just do what you have to do.
Yep. And there's a book out there that we recommend called The Gerson Therapy. If anyone wants to check it out, that's basically what she did when she had cancer.
So
Okay, Cancer Battle Plan is another one that she recommends. But Gerson is what we have definitely used. And then there's this one. Come on, where'd that other question go? Gosh, it jumped so hard. Okay, Mel's mom, what's something you've learned or done since you walked away from your marriage to the PSR? Look at people checking out your, that you are really proud of. Cheering you on always. What's your biggest thing that you're super proud of? I can think of about a dozen things I'm really proud of you for doing. No, I want to hear what you're proud of yourself for doing.
It's just taking a stand finally. I finally one day going, why have I put up with this for so many years? It's never going to change. It was just BS and promises and lies, and nothing ever came from it. I was the easy wife to control because I was so committed. And yeah,
Obedient.
I feel I'm actually extremely embarrassed that it took me so long to finally take a stand and say I'm done. But it was good because Robert had 4 years without his dad around, and that was really good for Robert and I both. So I'm grateful.
Well, and then you could stop giving the hour-long massages for
I
Dad.
didn't do it for a long time because I was too sick.
She was definitely the massage.
I was way too nice.
She was definitely the massage mom. So, let's see.
I think she was saying sovereign citizen. Oh, sovereign citizen is what. I'll have to look that up. I don't know what it all entails. So, sovereign
Yeah, no, I
citizens.
can't remember the question. 'Cause it
What,
was
what
like,
is
do you
our
think of
take
the-
on what is our take on
sovereigns?
sovereign citizenship or something like that? I'll look it up. I don't know what that completely entails, and I'm not Amish, so I don't know what the Amish
Yeah.
believe in it.
Yeah, I don't
So,
either. So sorry. I wish we could answer that.
Yeah.
Sherry Diddle says, "Oh, it's so good to hear from your mom, Mel." Yeah, in the past I've let her just answer and then I repeat it, but I think it's good to get her voice out there. She's not ready to go on camera, but at least we can get her voice out there. Oh yeah, that's what we should have done, huh? Somebody says you mustn't be embarrassed. So,
Yep.
yep, read all those.
Yes, you did.
Did you
don't
you have a
we?
box of tissues with you? Because you'll probably end up crying by the time we're done here. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Says Mel's mom, you raised an amazing daughter. Thank you.
A lot of them.
So, yeah, my mom had 7 girls and 4 boys. Let's see. I've seen Amish go into the sovereign citizen stuff. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah,
at
I'll
all.
have to look. Is it because they're living on a commune? I don't know what it. I'll have to look it up. I'm wondering if it's because they're living on a commune and they don't want to pay taxes or something. I'll have to look it up. I have no.
And maybe we're
clue.
reading too much into it. And it's just
Yeah.
literally, how do you feel about the sovereign citizenship? So somebody says, hey, how can he expect respect by the way he treats people? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's because of his standing within his family and within. It's not. He doesn't expect. He demands respect, so he doesn't necessarily. There's no. He doesn't have to earn it. So.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, so he did say one thing in here. This is going to sound. I hope this doesn't sound sexist. Then don't say it. So because it is, especially coming from your mouth. So.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I hate it when it jumps like that. Somebody says, you mustn't be embarrassed. You left and that's badass. I agree. I mean, yes, so she turned 71 this year and it's awesome. Oh, yeah. That's, I was wondering who that was. Okay. Yeah.
Who's prophet?
And it's true, you can't demand respect if you don't give it. But these men think that there's such a level of entitlement when it comes to being respected. You know, they don't owe that to anyone else, but it's owed to them. And there is a level of entitlement that is pretty severe with these men. Now, not all of them. And I want to be really careful about lumping all of them into one category because that's not the case with all of them. But it is a good case with a good chunk of them. And it's really hard because
Everybody drink.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything. They just are born this way. And so they're respected because they're born this way. So, yeah, so if anyone else has any questions for my mom, she's sitting here and I'm happy to ask her. Mel's mom, do you think that there's just as many people who wake up to the AUB hypocrisy who were converted as those who were raised in it, like Melanie and
Cody.
Corey? Well, it should say Corey, but because you were converted in, and then you woke up to it, where I was born into it, and Corey was born into it. So do you think there's as many people that are converted in like you were that are waking up and seeing it for what it is? I mean, I don't know that I need to explain the question to you. You're very intelligent. You can figure it, but that's how I'm understanding it.
Oh man, I've got her fooled. No, I do think that a lot of people are waking up, and a lot of people are heartbroken as they are realizing the hypocrisy that goes on. It's heartbreaking. It really is, because so many women and men, but so many women have committed their lives, and to be treated the way many of them are treated is abominable. It really is heartbreaking. It's sad. So, and unfortunately for Dave, I've made a good impression on a lot of people. They like me, and so they're having a hard time believing the things that he and some of his wives are saying about me. So I feel pretty secure. Those who believe it, believe it. Those who don't, and I'm good with that. So.
Yeah. Now you're kind of like, you remember, it's probably kind of how Christine's mom felt when she left. People believed all that stuff about her. I know you didn't believe it, but I know a lot of people did. Okay, let's see.
There was some good ones up.
I know, I was trying to get back to them, but let's see. Oh, I hate it when I don't know how to get it to not jump.
Current chapstick count.
People are chapstick counting for as many times as I put chapstick on. I don't know why. Well, I do, because I take that medicine that gives me cotton mouth, and I actually went to a different prescription, so it hasn't been as bad for like the last 6 months, because it was getting out of control while we were on our videos. And so it hasn't been terrible, but yeah. Let's see. What would be the best way to try to nudge people who are still in, to try to help them to open their eyes in the most empathetic way? So what would be the best way to try to nudge people who are still in polygamy or in it, to try to help them open their eyes in the most empathetic way? Because I don't know if your kids were always as empathetic with you. They're like, Mom, don't be dumb. And I think that's how the good majority of your kids handled it. But how would you have liked to have had it handled, even, where your kids, or people wanting you to leave, could have been more empathetic towards you?
I don't even know how to answer that. It just had to hit me. I had to get smacked up to the side of the head. 47 years. Technically, I've been married to him for 52 and a half years, because I'm sealed to him. So I have no rights or say, or, in his mind, I am his. He owns me. Mm-hmm. And just love people. Just love the people that you're around. Be kind. Just be kind. Don't make them feel like they're idiots, that they're stupid, even because they already feel that way. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, just be kind and love and embrace them, and let them know, no matter what, that you're there to support them. So, my kids are great now. I'm so blessed. I'm really blessed. So, yeah, I'm grateful.
So I have a question for you. Or did we pass the question that you wanted to get to?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like we should scoot your chair closer too. But
Sovereign.
can you scoot closer? Okay, there. Because I have this microphone, I'm swinging the arm around so she can answer it. Let's see. No, I don't. You don't have to get on camera. Why do you think that you were later to leave than I was? Because I'm like, because I'd fallen into darkness before she did.
Because I was really committed. I really believed in the covenants that I had made, and and I was one of those believers like Christine. That's why her book was so hard to read. Mm-hmm. It'll be better. It will get better. One of these days, he will be the man that he purports himself to be, and it never happened. So, the more that I obeyed and did what he wanted, the more I believe that he mistreated me because he could get away with it. I was just easy. So,
Yep. And I related to that part of Christine's book so much because I've heard my mom say that a million times. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And it just never does. The respect never comes with it.
I think there's more disrespect because of it.
Yep. You answer a question really quick. I'm going to grab my mom a box of tissues. Oh, right here by my foot. Here, there you go. Yeah, leaving is not easy. It's definitely I think that my mom will definitely be deconstructing till the day she dies at this point, just because it is so hard. Here, I'm going to get this one for you. From your historical perspective, looking back to your grandparents, has respect always been an issue for the men? Well, my mom was actually converted in, but I mean, you were still raised Mormon. Right. Yeah. So, has respect always been an issue for the men?
For some of them, yeah, it amazes me. Dave's dad shook his finger in my face one day, and because everything was in an uproar in their house, and he said, "This is what comes from a wife not being obedient and doing what her husband teaches her and tells her to do." And he says, "And you better listen to your husband." And I was just like, "No, I'm good." But I was, like I said, I was easy. I always wanted 13 kids, and I just felt strongly about going back to him every time. I left him a dozen times or more. And I would be so sad. Well, I wouldn't be, because I guess I wouldn't know, but I am so grateful for all 11 of my children that I gave birth to. It was worth it. I'd go through all this crap again just to get my kids. So there you go. That's my mindset.
I could think of a sibling or two I'd give back, but that's just me. Just kidding. So if your mom wanted to release, how would that happen if her husband is the prophet? You're laughing? Yeah, she's not getting one. No, they won't even listen to her. The leadership won't even take a meeting with her because of that. Because my dad's such a good liar too. So let's see. Okay, let's see. And that is part of, I saw this really, really good thread on Facebook this morning. I sent it to my mom at 6:30 this morning. Somebody wrote up this amazing thing about the level of abuse that these women go through. And they really do. I look at how when I left at 26, just how abused I felt. It took me years to find a level of any level of strength or belief in myself. And so I can't imagine living under that much abuse for 50 years. I mean, that's going to just wreck your world. And so the level of abuse that happens in these groups is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So let's see. All my siblings are going to be calling me going, "You made mom answer questions and she cried." So let's see. Are you seeing any?
Well, I was married twice to an alcoholic, and this seems so much. Yeah, they're drunk on power. So it's the same as alcoholism. They're just drunk on their ranking. So
yeah, it is. It is. And I would say that that is 100% true. Drunk on power. That's a really good way to put it. So let's see. Trying to get And this is very true too. I think men don't respect strong women because they're intimidated by them. And I would absolutely agree with that. 100% agree with that. You got to, oh, look at that. There's a text message right there. That's probably one of my siblings. Okay. Your mom should tell your dad that the original prophet of the AUB came to her in a dream and she is now released. That would be great. So
Or even better, just say that came and gave you the priesthood, and now you have the higher ranking of keys. So
that's funny. Any other question? Did you have any? You had something else you wanted to talk about too. Dixon says, sending your mom lots of love. You're strong for leaving. It's hard when you're brainwashed to leave an abusive relationship. Don't be too hard on yourself. That is one of the things that I have had to work on, being the oldest daughter. I would say, and my mom and I have talked through this quite a bit. I've been more hard on the women because I feel like I've been so judgmental about the women because I left. I left because of my 2-year-old little girl. I couldn't see putting her through that. And so I had more anger towards the women who stay under these circumstances than I have towards the men because as a mother, I didn't understand that. So I've had to work through a lot of anger issues that I've had with my mom, probably more so than dad, huh? Yeah. And not that I was trying to be a jerk about it or that women aren't abused in these situations. It's just, it was so hard for me to comprehend because I didn't understand how people could stay in such an abusive situation when your children are being abused. And I've really had to come to terms with a lot of that. So, thank you so much, Yesenia Shavaria, for that super chat. Unfortunately, we still can't put super chats up on the screen, but thank you so much. It says, thank you for sharing so much, Mel's mom, and I'm always honored to be present to these lives. So much courage, inspiration, and integrity. So, yeah, sweet, huh? Now she's crying again. No, thank you guys. We really appreciate it. And we did go was it last Sunday or 2 weeks ago? We did do like a protest thing with the Kingston group. We did go and do that. That's the first time my mom's shown her face publicly in something. There was people there that are doing a YouTube or Netflix documentary. So I'm not sure when that'll come out or anything about that, but just getting my mom to even just go to that was a pretty big step. So having her answer questions is the next pretty big step. Oh.
Is it mostly young people that leave the AUB? I would say no. Usually there is kind of a leaving of the AUB. What I saw growing up where we were at, the young men, once they turned 17, 18, were leaving because they were being asked to leave or going out to find a first wife, if you will. So a lot of the young men, but there were men, and a lot of the girls, ladies stayed in the group. So,
yeah,
and got married young. But then I saw a good majority of my brothers that left that had multiple wives. They left when there was a changing of the PSRs. So once the PSR was new, they left and lost all of their wives, I guess. So
yeah. Thank you so much, Duchess Cinnabon. Cinnabon Bon Ashley. She's for that super chat. Thank you so much. She says your mom is so strong. We're taking my mom out to dinner with these super chats. My goodness, thank you. I want to come up here and read this out loud to my mom. I have a solution for you, Mom. According to Robin, all you have to do is sleep with someone, and then you're no longer bound to Dad. Well, it doesn't have to be a man you sleep with. It could be a woman. I'm just
Yeah.
teasing. My mom's
She hasn't
gonna kill
left that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. She hasn't what?
Gone off the deep end that much.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Rosa. Did you read this comment, Mom? Hey, Mel, we had a community bazaar a few weeks ago. I had a whole convo about how much I liked your show with someone I thought was your mom. She gets confused as my mom a lot. People think we look a lot alike. I don't see it, but they do. Let's just say it was someone whose name starts with a P.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll bet that was an interesting conversation. And that's one of my dad's other, yeah, Kiana goes and answers it.
I'm missing out something here, so go back.
It
up
was
there.
equally mortifying and hilarious. So they had a bazaar at the AUB, and she talked to somebody about how much she loves our show, whose name started with a P. It was equally mortifying and hilarious because I had been confused. People had thought she was my mom. One of my dad's other wives looks very similar to me, but we're not terribly close in age, but we are, I don't know how close in age we are. I think we're like 17 years apart or something like that. And so people thought she was my mom forever, but I look just like my mom. And so people are, they confuse us all the time. And so I think that's so funny that you had that
Nice.
conversation. That's hilarious.
How did it go? I'm interested.
Yeah. So let's.
She likes our podcast too. So
Okay, there's a show called Escaping Polygamy. Do they have a support system and organizations now to help people when they leave? So that is one of the reasons why we promote Holding Out Help all the time here. So Holding Out Help is a local organization here in Utah. And yes, they got started actually out of just sheer necessity because there was a young mother who I loved and adored her. And she was left with with literally the clothes on her back. Some of her kids didn't even have shoes. And she was trying to get out as quick as she could from the AUB. So Holding Out Help was then created at that point. And they help a lot of different people. And they're amazing. And so I've been trying to put their link and tag them in every one of our videos because they're such a great organization. And they've been helping my mom since she's been leaving. They've helped my sisters. They've helped, a lot of stuff. Thank you so much for that super chat, Catherine Perry. We really appreciate that. Let's see.
I bet she did.
What?
I bet she did. Just humor.
Oh, she totally. Oh yeah, you can put it. Yeah, she totally humored me. Just smiled and nodded. LOL. Yeah, I'm sure she was. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago where I saw my dad at a funeral and one of his wives, this was the wife that was with him at the funeral. And so she's been a little, not sick, Catherine. So thank you, Catherine, for that super chat. She says, more money to take your mom out. I'm sure you did something right and your love is what produced Melanie and Emily, who are wonderful people. Emily's her favorite. Out of all 11 children, we're not in denial. We all know Emily's her favorite. It's just because Emily's a brown noser. So just kidding. So, okay, this is something that I'd really love to see my mom do before she gets too much older. Her memory's already slipping. She tries to correct me all the time on our podcast. And I always tell her, Mom, that's not true. That's not right. We're all waiting for y'all to write a book. What would you name it? I feel like Corey's is going to have something hilariously sarcastic.
It will.
Yeah. I'd love to see my mom get a book written before.
Somebody already recommended if I do write a book, I will probably call it Nefarious Revelation. So
Yeah, my mom said hers would be called Naivety at its finest. Okay, Anna says, do women have friendships in the AUB or is there pressure not to foster friendships because that energy should always be focused on your sister wife? I would say not necessarily. I wouldn't say that friendships aren't necessarily discouraged, but I would say it's more encouraged between your sister wives. But the problem,
Your sister wives are your enemies.
Here's
Yeah, say that again.
When your sister wives are your enemies, then you're screwed.
very, very true. Because, and it's true, unfortunately, in my experience, in all the women that I have known in the AUB, the majority of them they backstab. I don't feel, I hate using this word because Robin has ruined this word for me, but they're not safe with each other because they're such backstabbers. And everyone's trying to, not everyone, a good chunk of them are trying to always be on top. And so you just
Be the favorite wife.
Be the favorite wife, be the favorite whatever. And so then you just never know who's genuine, the abuse levels in these high controlled religions is extremely, we don't even realize that we're being abused until we get out, and then we realize that behavior wasn't normal. And so,
What was the app you were using because she's recording some of her stories right now.
Oh, Remento. REMENTO. So it's called Remento.
It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, you like it?
Have you read my last life that I just
Yeah. So and then when she records something, so my mom has that app, she's been making these little videos. When she records something, all of us who are, getting notifications from the app will say, she just recorded this. Here's a link to it.
And then Melanie can go in and correct her on her dates.
We're always correcting each other because she'll call me because I always ask her, Mom, if I do something, frenemies, that's exactly what they are. Because I'm always telling her, Mom, if I get something wrong, will you please correct me? And then she'll call me and she's like, you got this wrong. I'm like, no, you remember it wrong. Your dementia's kicking in there, Mom. So, and so, yeah.
That's not always true, but yes, it is.
It's not always true, but okay, says Mel, please tell your mom I think she's a rock star. In my eyes, we are about the same age, and blessings that we are both free from that heartache. I will have you in my prayers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hope.
Yeah, thank you, Hope. And then Shelly, Remento. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Kind of like memento, remember. I think it's a play on words there. Rosa, who is familiar with the AUB, says, my take, there are definitely friendships. There's also a lot of friends with ulterior motives, especially between married and single women. And that's what's hard, is because you want to believe that someone's motives are pure in wanting to be a friend with you. That's hard to do sometimes. I think Mary wanted to believe that Robin's friendship was pure. Now that we look back on it, I don't know that it was. It was a way to get into the family. What are you saying?
No, yeah, that was obvious. So
Yeah. Let's see. Thank you. Tea Party says, all of those of you who are exposing this cult, please write a book. This is the moment to get some type of compensation for the pain in your inside. Strike while the iron is hot. I think the moment is now. So yeah, nice. I think that what we'll do is we'll take a compilation of all of her little, when she dies, we're going to take a compilation of all of her little mementos and put them in a book for her. I told her she
could do it now.
I know, or she could do it now. I told her she's like, you need to come and pick out the things that you want in my house before I pass away, so I know what you want. And I'm like, I don't want anything. I just want your journals. That's it.
This is Melanie putting dibs on the journals.
I am. I'm making a public statement that the only thing that I want are my mom's journals, because Emily already thinks she gets them and she doesn't. Emily. So, let's see. Whose prophet? I have the same. Mom is.
He's speaking too.
Oh, I see. Okay, Grandma was a stand up. Okay, sorry. I thought I read that something. Somebody says, sending lots of love to Mom, busy cooking and feeding animals, but I'm listening in the background. I'm so proud of you. Look at that. All those words of encouragement. My mom needs to hear that this weekend. It's been an emotional couple of weeks for her. So thank you guys so much for sending her so many positive vibes that she definitely needs. Let's see. The structure of polygamy is rife with competition. The husband doesn't have to resolve an issue with a wife. They can just move on to the next wife. Was that your experience?
Absolutely. Was just easier to go somewhere else. He'd light at my house sometimes when someone else was mad at him because I didn't have expectations. So I was used, just absolutely used. So I was too nice.
Well, she was nice as a wife, but she was not nice as a mom growing up. I think that these people lied. She's crazy.
The competition is also very, very. It's also in the men too, because if a wife in a lower ranking family is disgruntled, they can get a release, and then they get to marry up within the community. She just was already married up to the top, and so now she can't get a release. So
That's what you get for aiming so high, Mom.
yeah. So
You're all the way at the top. There's nothing you can do. And it is true. There are, we talked about this on one of our last lives, that the recommendation is if you get recycled back into the dating pool, then you wait 1 year before you get married again. And, that doesn't always happen. These men have to put their bid on this woman before she gets back out. What do you laugh? Oh, Kiana is a grandchild and says all the kids and grandkids are professional slipper catchers now. Yeah, my mom, because she couldn't chase all of us. I mean, she had 11 children, dang near a dozen. And so she wouldn't chase us. She'd just take her shoes off and throw them at us and try to hit us. I'm like, what the heck?
thanks, Christina Beth.
Yeah, but I want to finish that thought really quick. But yeah, so they put their ring in the hat or hat in the ring, whatever you want to call it.
Well, they put their dibs on the ladies first, and depending on how ranked you are,
Do you win?
you
Do
win.
you not win?
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened with my dad's last wife. She was a prize. She was one of my best friends growing up, and she's wonderful. She's a sweetheart, one of the kindest people you'll ever meet. And there was a lot of men out there who wanted to date her. And so here comes the prophet, and he was the prophet at the time too, huh? I'm pretty. Yeah. You said her name out loud. It's okay. So he was the prophet at the time. So how's she supposed to say no to that? That level of abuse far supersedes like so many other levels. I mean, abuse is abuse. But she had to remind him to wait the 1 year, and he's the leader. So he's the leader. He'll decide.
And again, you have an illusion of choice. So
Right.
So do you want to choose a lowly man within the AUB, or do you want to choose the highest ranking PSR? So
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Christina Beth. She says it takes a lot of strength to leave when you are older and more vulnerable, and your mom should be proud of that strength. See? I agree. I absolutely agree. Let's see. I'm going to try to. Okay. Rosa says, Mel's mom, the stats are that it typically takes at least 7 times of leaving the type of relationship you were in. Only then are women able to leave for good. This is my 7th time I'm with you. Oh. My mom's a little more dense. It took her 21 times, she said. Do you care if I say your name out loud? Okay. Let's see. You've gotten away with it. Okay. Somebody else says, thank you that you've gotten away and still have so much life left to love, honestly. I agree. I absolutely agree. And her baby just turned 25, so she's still going to get married. She's still going to have kids. My mom's going to be around for a while. Let's see. My mom always feels that her kids and grandkids are always fact checking her now because we remember things different. I totally agree. I absolutely agree. I feel like she'll say to me, I think you remembered that wrong. I'm like, Do you think Sister Wives is romanticized the lifestyle, and what effect do you think that could have? I absolutely think that they did that on TV. What do you think?
well, I mean, if you were to just watch the first couple seasons, yeah, it was definitely romanticized. But if you watch the whole show, I mean, it's definitely not romanticized in the last couple seasons. 19 was definitely not romantic or romanticized at all. It was showing how eventually these lifestyles will fall apart if anybody wants to hold anybody else accountable in with behaviors within the society or the family. So
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Do sister wives ever gang up on the husband? Did you and your sister wives ever gang up on dad?
We did, actually, a few times, but it wasn't very often because, you know, he always had his favorites and his favorite, and she was always brown nosing. So yeah, and then I'd get thrown to the side. So yeah. Sometimes one of my favorite memories was he was sitting on a dunking machine.
I have that picture.
Do you still have that? And I bought 3 balls to throw and knock him down, and he said, "You can't knock me down." I knocked him down twice. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, yeah, serves you right.
Take all your aggression. Yeah, I do. I actually do have that picture that she's talking about. And I was actually going to use that on one of our videos. I have a bunch of old pictures that I remember when I came down to your house and got a few pictures. So I was going to use that one eventually. Yeah. Yep. So I didn't take them with me. I just screenshotted them.
and
Oops, come on.
you just passed it if that's the one you're going to do.
Yeah. Okay, hypergamy is the practice of marrying up. When a person chooses a partner who is of a higher socioeconomic status, social standing, and other measure of value than themselves. So yeah, what's funny, I saw the other comment on here that Cody made a comment that he's done that. Sorry, I was trying to get back to that one, but I don't know that Cody really believes that about himself because he thinks so highly of himself that I don't know that he believes he ever really married up, except for Robin. Robin's the only one he believed he married up on because he does think so highly of himself. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think that it's not necessarily that he married up. He was just marrying into a prestigious family, he felt like, probably with Christine, and thought that if I marry into this family, I may get notoriety within the group and can move up through the leadership, maybe get a leadership position. So
Yeah.
with Robin, I don't know. With Robin, I don't think he married up either, but he could think different than that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So the Robin's family wasn't in high ranking in the AUB.
No, not at all.
So, yeah.
But with Christine, people have said, why do you think Cody's so angry with Christine for leaving him? I think my personal opinion about it is because he believed that he was better than her when he originally married her. He married her for her last name and her status, but he believed he was better than her. So when he does the whole knife in the kidney thing, it's like the sacrifices I've made to love you. Yeah, I had to, my ego got bruised because I married somebody that eats nachos. And so he believed he was better than her. And how dare her leave him when he is so much better than she is?
Well, and there's another reason. I feel like there's another reason, and that is because Christine did come from a prestigious family, and he thought because she had gone through the endowment house and taking those oath and covenants that she would honor them she would honor what she had said to him, no matter the way he treated her. And she had been such a fighter for that way of life and for the AUB she had went and talked to a lot of communities. She was part of groups that were talking well about polygamy. And so I think it was more of she would he had a belief system that she would never leave. She would always be there to follow him and to be a part of the family. And when she was the first one to leave, that's where he got so offended. So
Right.
she had been the powerhouse, the fighter, the fighting force within his family when it came to polygamy. So,
Right. Right. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Did your mom have a sister wife that was her favorite one, and what qualities made her the best one?
I did have one sister wife who was my favorite. She passed away in 22, and it was hard. It was really hard to say goodbye to her, but yeah, she was great because we were both independent, and neither one of us were in the favorite wife position ever. So we were workhorses, but we weren't worthy of the vacations and the dates and all that kind of stuff. We were, Dave would take me out to, I don't know, once after every 4 or 5 times he'd taken out his favorite wife. So, but he had to once in a while, so.
You had to show
so
you
no, leave that over there. I want to expand upon that question. So is she still your favorite wife now that she has passed and is in harmony with Dave?
The last thing she said to me, one of the last things that she said to me a couple of weeks before she passed was, if I honor my covenants with Dave, God will put me somewhere, hopefully, where I'll be loved. So as much as he wants to make people believe that he was in total harmony with her, I can only go by what she told me.
She was looking.
Yeah,
And she couldn't say no.
yeah, she was
She
hoping.
couldn't get a release from the top.
No,
dog
she was
either.
hoping for someone who would truly love her, and I don't know that Dave has the capacity to truly love anyone. So,
Himself's pretty good.
Yeah, himself's pretty good. I want to get back to this question because
Thanks, Key. I am a shit starter.
I was wondering why she said that. You are a shit starter. I want to get back to this question, but every time I try to roll back, I'm sorry, the questions jump, so I can't put this on the screen. But it says, I heard that the more wives a man has, the higher he rises in the organization. Is that right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you more status. It gives you more.
The higher you rise in the organization, the more wives you get, I think is probably a better way to phrase that.
Yeah.
So if you're ranking up within the organization and getting everything lined up, then you're open up for more wives. So
Yeah. Yep, very true. And you do have to have 7 in order to become the prophet. So.
And somebody asked what PSR stands for. So prophet,
Prophet.
seer, and revelator. And I just shortened it up for everybody. So, and I appreciate all the people on here who knows what that is now. So I've started something new.
A lot of people don't think that's funny.
Yes, they do. Everybody thinks it's funny, even the PSR. He's going to be referring to himself as a PSR next time.
Oh my gosh, you're so bad.
PSR here.
So bad. Okay, and I love this comment. Thank you so much, Rosa, because this is so true. I also feel like women hustle for attention at the expense of almost everything else, including their children. I would 100% agree with that. Now, not every woman does this, but oh my gosh, a huge percentage of the women that I know. And that is a great way to put it, that they're hustling for attention. That's exactly how it is. And they don't even know that they are, because we were trained from such a young age. We were trained that was how you handled it.
That's the only way you got attention, or if you were bad, then you got the bad kind of attention. But yeah, so
Yeah. And so that's such a great way. Thank you for stating. I'm going to use that from now on. Let's see. I don't want to be a jerk on this one, but I kind of do. Well, if they lose wives, does it go the other way? Well, the last prophet before my dad, when he died, he had 0 wives. And the day that he died, he said, I am not going to die today. And he died an hour and a half later. And I was like, it's because he had no wives. God took him. It was like, get him out of that position. He can't be there anymore. No one stayed with him. So, yeah, I think that.
did they just leave and he still had them on the rolls?
No, as far as I know, they're.
But he was a PSR. How did he give them releases?
Yeah, did they get releases before he died, or was it after he died?
A couple of them did before, but then, of course, they're automatically released once he died. He was released. They were released.
Yeah. So
Most of them have gone, to my knowledge, into other families.
yeah, my understanding is when he passed, he had not one wife standing with him in harmony. But so I don't know. Is that why God released him and took him home? Is because none of his wives wanted to stay with him? I don't know.
Somebody, and I wanted to answer it, but it was quite a ways back. Is there like lost boys within the AUB?
Okay.
Like the FLDS? We always said, well, we're the nicer community. We don't just necessarily kick kids out on the street so that, but they're encouraged to leave and go out and get a job, and a lot of the young men, yeah, they left because they wanted to go out and live life. And so, is there equal to the Lost Boys? Absolutely. There's a version of the Lost Boys within every community. It's just they're not driven up here to Salt Lake like the AUB did and drop them off on the street corner. Usually they're going out, getting jobs, learning to work. We started working at such a young age. We had great work ethic, and yeah, we got a job, got our own vehicles, left, went out into the world. And so yeah, I wasn't kicked out anywhere, but
Well, you were formally kicked out.
I was
24.
Yeah.
So you were
well, I
older.
was just
He
I
was
was just
older.
told but I'd already left.
But your brothers were
moved
a lot
down
younger
here.
when it
Yeah,
happened
they were.
to them.
So, but they all left and just moved down here with us. So, yeah, I guess we would have been considered a Lost Boy house. We built a home down here in Utah, and I had 8 of my brothers all living with us. So, yeah, all down here working and starting our own lives. So
Yeah, a lot of them left the compound in Montana
Outside
and
of the
came down here
community.
and started up lives down here. And fortunately had older brothers to help
Mm-hmm.
them, with housing and to even know where to go or what to do. Let's see.
Robin Children's Room.
What?
Since Cody says he has lost his faith, does that mean that?
Yeah, I was going.
Christine?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
would you say?
I was going to go back to that one too.
Okay.
Don't. No. You're good. Who said that?
Robin Chilton said, since Cody says he has lost his faith, does that mean that Janelle and Christine are automatically released? Yes, it does.
Yeah. So she said. So the question was, and I was trying to find it, but it's so hard to find. We got to figure out how to do this chat thing. It says since Robin said that Cody lost his faith, are the wives automatically released, Christine and Janelle? Yes, they would, because he no longer believes in the religion. So yes, that would be like an automatic release. So right here. Yeah. So yeah, they would automatically be released from him because he no longer no longer supports the priesthood leaders, and he no longer wears his garments.
Yep.
And he no longer pays tithing. He's basically fallen from the grace of the church, and that's an automatic. Yes, you could lose all your wives for that. So, somebody says, I wanted to get back to this one. Does AUB have a thing if you give a prophecy and it doesn't come to pass? That has happened quite often. In fact, one of the prophecies that I thought was kind of interesting is one of the prophets, and Mom, tell me if you remember this prophecy, said in the Salt Lake Valley, there we have what's called the North Mountain and the South Mountain. And the prophecy went somewhere along the line of when homes start to be built on the South Mountain, the coming of Christ is near, and it will happen soon after homes started being built on that point of the mountain. You remember this? And that's been 25 years now. And I mean, we all missed out on the rapture because all you guys are here with us today. So thank you on Tuesday. So I don't know. That's one that I knew of personally growing up. I'm sure that my mom has more than a dozen other ones. Oh, but you heard the prophecy though, right? It was Rulin Allred. Yeah, Rulin Allred said that prophecy. Yeah. So, yep. And that he did that. Gosh, he said that back in the early 70s. So, but in the early 70s, there was so much room in the Salt Lake Valley to build homes. We're running out of space in the valley. Somebody says, wait, guys wear garments too? Yes. In fact, you wear garments, you have a full temple attire and clothes, and the men have a different set of temple clothes than the women do, but the garments are very similar. The only difference is that women would have a little bit more material in the breast and in the belly for pregnancy. That would be the two biggest things. But a lot of times women didn't even bother to get new garments because they can cost money and not everyone has the money. And so they would just loosen the garments as much as they could and wear them throughout pregnancy. So yeah, both of them do that.
Some of the men do that too. They have more
bigger bellies. Yeah. Let's see. Oh gosh, there was one
asking about, do we feel like the AUB is shrinking in
right
numbers?
Here. Would you say that the AUB is getting smaller, or does the birth rate still help it to keep growing? I would say the birth rate still helps it to keep growing. I mean, when you think about it, my mom had 11 children. None of them did, however, stay in the AUB. But I mean, I grew up with 34 siblings, and only 4 or 5 of them are still in there. I mean, you just need you need 1 or 2 to stay in order.
Probably still on the rolls.
We'd be considered.
If you haven't asked to be taken off, you're probably still on the rolls.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never asked to be taken off the rolls, so I don't know. So.
You think I'm still on the roll?
I think you got kicked off.
Yeah, you got kicked off. You got an actual letter that said get out.
Yep.
So I want to go to this question too. Let's see.
They're claiming they have 10,000 strong, so.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Based on my family, all I can do is compare it to my family, where they used to have quite a few. I mean, at least 10 adults in there. And now I would say there's 3 adults that are still a part of the AUB.
Right.
So.
Do you see any good for the AUB that comes from the Sister Wives show? Most AUB members, like us included, we didn't watch it because it's obnoxious to watch, because most of it's not true. In my experience, most of it feels made for TV. So it didn't really, I think most everyone watched the first season. Then after that, everyone's like, oh, this isn't reality.
Yeah, nobody was getting beat.
Yeah, and I mean, I hate to laugh at that, but that's true. And so most of us didn't watch it because it was just obnoxious. And so nobody paid attention to it. And if anything, I think it opens up an opportunity for people to leave. Like, I know, speak for my mom here for a minute, she's found a lot of strength in watching Christine leave. What'd you say?
Oh, yeah.
And so,
Long before Christine.
right. But it still helps you to get that push forward to go, okay, I can still do this. And so, unfortunately, most people who do leave the AUB don't have the resources that the Sister Wives had. So that can get tough. But I would say that it definitely gave so many more people an opportunity to speak out about polygamy and the abuses, the racism, the abuse, the misogyny, the patriarchy. Like the list is endless that you can talk about this group. Well, you can talk about these religious groups in general, but I think it gave a lot more people a voice to be able to talk about things. So I think that's been the number one benefit. Let's see.
Girls is still on there.
Let's see. Oh shoot. Gosh, we've got to figure this out. This is driving me nuts.
You're the only one running the mouse.
I know. I'm trying to get, let's see. Come on, go. Because there was one that said, Corey, oh, right here. Corey, you're a trendsetter for your brothers. They were. There was Corey, and he had two brothers really close in age to him. And they all kind of really took after each other. They looked after each other.
Yep. I had two older brothers that left. So I'm not the oldest. I'm the oldest of my moms.
No, you have one older brother that left. The other one's still in there, isn't he?
Yeah, but I have.
Oh, I see.
I have
see.
older
Okay.
brothers, two that left.
So biologically,
yeah,
that's where it can kind of get confusing sometimes. Corey's the third biological oldest. I'm the third biological oldest. We're both our mothers first. We're both the first children born into polygamy. But then my dad married a woman with more children that are older than me. Same with you. I forgot about that. You're right.
and they're still. I knew them as my brothers growing up, so they were all of them were my older brothers. So they kind of paved the way for even me and our generation of brothers. So
Yeah. Someone says, can we get you guys on Mormon stories? I actually have it pulled up on my phone right now because you have to fill out an application, and I just haven't had the time to fill it out. And so we haven't done that yet, but definitely open to it. The thing is I'm not as versed on the doctrine as Corey is. And so I get a little intimidated to go on a show like that because I have real life lived experiences, but I don't always know the deeper level of the doctrine that Corey knows. So that's where we can play off each other pretty well because I have lived it where Corey
I didn't
studied
live it. I
it.
just studied it.
Corey was smart enough to study it and go, yeah, no thanks, I'm not doing that. I just said, you know what the hell, I'll just jump in 8 days after my 17th birthday and I'll get married and I'll go through all the hell. And so, yeah, I have the lived experience, but not the.
Yeah, I don't remember being taught about the rapture in the AUB. Did you?
No.
Yeah, we didn't get taught about. I didn't get.
I read all of the Left Behind books.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
have them all, and I freaking love them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get taught about the rapture. That wasn't something that we were told that we were to look forward to.
Yeah.
So we were looking forward to Christ coming down and creating the end of the world, I guess, but never us going up to meet him. So
Right. Someone says, I can't imagine going through menopause and having to wear those garments and those hot flashes. Utah is technically a desert state. It gets really hot here, and they were miserable. I'll be that honest. And then we would go down to Lake Powell, and I had left the AUB at 22 years old. And then I had a sick baby. I thought God was punishing me. I went back at 24 and stayed until I was almost 26. So I did wear garments for those 2 years. And we went down to Lake Powell on our houseboat. And it was the most miserable year because the first couple of years that I went, I didn't wear my garments because I had left the church. And that last year it sucked because I wore them very faithfully. I had long wetsuit that I had gotten a full body wetsuit all the way down to my ankles and wrists. And that's what I wore while I was down there. And you're down there in 110 degree weather. It was sucked. So.
yes, Robin, it was my favorite scene, by far.
Oh, let me
So-
go back to that. I was just going to put that up there and then it jumped. Ah, come on. I don't know where. Oh, yeah, right here. Did you see the? Yeah, this is what Corey's talking about. Corey laughed his
I had to
butt off. He
rewind it a couple times. Yep,
Rewound.
this
rewound.
is great.
No. Yeah, there is. He was hilarious. Let's see. McKelty told a story of Aspen begging Cody to help her when Truly was sick. He said he was busy with Robin's kids. I'm not surprised by this at all. I would never have even thought. I was in Aspen's shoes. I would never have even thought to call my dad and ask for help. It was never an option for me to say, can you come and help me if I was watching the kids and my mom was gone. I would call my grandma or I would call an aunt, but never ever did I ever consider calling my dad. It just, he's too important and he's too busy, and these are your mother's children, not mine. You tell your mom to figure it out. And so, yeah. Okay, here's a good one. Thank you, Frenchie, for the question. How does the AUB see children with disabilities like Down syndrome or other disorders that can be accentuated by I don't know that's a big word. Consanguinity, marriage within cousins or families. I can't speak. I'm sorry, we're illiterate. We're not as educated. So what's your experience? So I had a little brother with Down syndrome and he passed a couple of years ago. So what's your experience with that, Mom? Can you talk about that?
Well, most people, even in the AUB, feel like these are special angels, special spirits that were sent down who are so pure that their disability was to protect them, actually, from Satan. And but there was always negativity with Dave and Robert. He would get really angry at Robert. It wasn't until he started coming to his IEPs that he even mellowed out slightly. But he would tease him and torment him. That's why I was so grateful that Robert had 4 years without him in the home. Robert deserved that break. Because Robert, as frustrating as he was, I am so grateful he was mine.
Yeah, so my little brother passed at 28, a couple weeks before his 29th birthday, and he functioned at about a four-year-old level.
I always said he was a 4-year-old going on 5.
Yeah, but he was big. He was 6'3". He was like 310 pounds, something like that. And so he was a big, big boy. But my dad would antagonize him quite often. And Robert would say, Father did it. So Robert had a stutter. And so he would say, Father did it. And he would blame, and my dad antagonized him so much when he was younger, but then as he got older, Robert got big, and it's not like, and he didn't tolerate a lot of it. And then my dad wouldn't even do anything, and Robert would blame my dad, which then just frustrated my dad. And I think a lot of it, would you say, is because Dad demanded and expected so much respect, and Robert didn't respect him because he didn't necessarily know how. And that just pissed my dad off.
Well, he did know how to respect. He just saw that this guy didn't. He demanded it, but he didn't deserve it. And
Right.
so he was very good at picking out characteristics. And
My focus was always on Robert.
so,
Robert needed my protection. So he came first.
Yeah. Here, say that one more time. Robert needed what?
Robert needed my protection, and so he came first. I actually asked Dave like 3 or 4 different times before I finally left. I told him, I said, if you're just going to come over here and antagonize him, just don't come over. You've got 3 other wives on this property. Just go stay somewhere else. You do not have to stay here. He's like, I don't do that. And I'm like, yeah, you do, Dave. I've seen you. I caught you out of the corner of my eye. And I said, I can't can't deal with it. You cannot come over here if you're going to antagonize him. I said, Robert deserves better than that. So, yeah, so now I always wonder what Robert's doing on the other side. You know?
Do you want to know what Robert's doing on the other side? He's antagonizing the shit out of Dad. This is why Dad thinks all of his kids hate him right now. So, yeah, I think he's like encouraging all of us to speak out and talk about these types of things because, yeah, a lot of time, my dad is one of the most judgmental. Everything has to look a certain way for him. This is why I say Cody Brown is not the exception. He is the rule. This is how these men, a lot of these men can be. And so my dad has to look a certain way. He has to be a certain way. He's one of the most judgmental, misogynistic, patriarchal, racist people I've ever met in my entire life. I'd put him right there at the top. Okay, let's see. I want to come down here. But thank you for that question. That's been hard. What?
And it's because he fully believes in the dogmas that is taught and we're raised with within
Right.
the AUB. He believes it to the fullest extent. So
Yeah. And thank you guys for the slowing down the comment
Yep.
suggestion. I do know how to do that. I just forget. So I'll keep that in the mind in the future. That way, I do know how to do that. I'll make sure I do that. Mel, you mentioned how important therapy was for you when you left. Would you say there is a specialized type of therapy that is greater benefit for those leaving? So that is one of the things that Holding Out Help offers. They have specialized therapists that it's because of religious trauma can be so much different than other types of traumas. You know, you have people who are specialized in sexual abuse traumas. You have people who are specialized in just different types of traumas. And so AUB has a bunch of therapists that are specialized in polygamist trauma, not just religious trauma. So, because it's kind of a niche inside of a religion. So, yeah, I would say for me, I have done so many different things, from inner child workshops to group workshops to different types of plant medicines. And I think that I got the most benefit when I started doing some plant medicines. That was the quickest and the fastest healing that I got. Would you say? How do you feel?
yeah, I appreciated I can't even remember, but it was the first one that I did that was more of a wake up. We went to a bunch of different ones, but yeah, I can't even remember their names, but the Hendricks, we went and did a Hendricks class. But yeah, the plant medicine was really amazing for me because it actually, I had learned a lot, had a lot of tools. I just didn't know how to use them
Yeah.
efficiently until I took plant medicine. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is how you use them. So yeah, Holding Out Help, I haven't done any of that, but I'm sure everybody that has gone and done Holding Out Help has come back and said, yes, it's amazing,
Right.
amazing help. So
Right. And they have specialized therapists. My sister Emily goes to their therapist. They've helped my mom with some stuff. I have never gone into Holding Out Help because they came after I had already left. So I've just been going through other types of therapies throughout the years. I feel like there's not really ever like a full year that goes by that we don't do some sort of therapy. It's not something we can do all the time because it can get expensive too. But we have tried our best to do as much as we can. This would be a really good statistic to know. I don't know this. This is true too. Children with Down syndrome give you so much joy and love. That is very true as well. This is the one I was trying to go for right here. Do you know how the suicide rates for young men from polygamous families compare to the national rates? I know that it is one of the leading causes for death among young men nationally. Do you know what that is? The suicide rates for young men in polygamous groups? I know it can get high. That is something I'll look into because I don't know that.
yeah,
I think it's mostly women.
Right. I know quite a few people from the AUB who have chosen out. They don't want to be here anymore. They don't want to be a part of life anymore. It's too hard. And so they choose out. Because that seems like the easier option than going through what they're going through. I know I got there at 20 years old. I felt like choosing out was the only way to get away from my ex-husband. And so I had an attempt when I was 20, right after my 20th birthday. It was August 29th. So it's been, this last year was going to mark 31 years since that happened. And that shifted my life completely, because that's what started me into therapy, was being that sad. And I had 2 babies. I had a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old. And so that really got me into the therapy parts of things, because up until then, I just had never, blessings and priesthood leaders were not helping me with that. So, let's see.
I think it's high. So I'm curious. We'll look into that, because I'm wondering what the national percentage is. So
Right.
there's a lot of shame in the way that we're grew up, and so if you do not fulfill their expectations and stuff, there's a lot of shame, and you should just end it. So.
Yeah, I want to get to this question. I love this one. Someone asked Sam on growing up in polygamy, and I thought it was a great question. I want to do another video with them soon. I'm going to reach out to them soon, because I really love working with those two. How did Corey integrate into society where the man isn't the end all to be all?
I integrated into society, I think, very well, but I don't know. I had some great examples of, my mom's side of the family was not a part of the AUB, and so I had some great examples of a grandfather and uncles and brothers that were no longer a part of the AUB. And growing up, I would say in the younger part of my life, I knew them. But as I got into my teenage years, I was working with a lot of people outside of the AUB, down in the valley, down in Bitterroot Valley. And so I had a lot of examples of good men that I worked with down there, taught me respect. So,
Yeah.
and I had some good.
I've even said to Corey,
mothers.
how did you come out so respectful to women, and to, when you were raised this way, how did you and your brothers, because most of his brothers are very, very kind, gentle souls. Some of them aren't, but most of them are. And it's.
Some of them caught the teaching and kept strong hold of the teaching. So
Yeah.
that we were raised in, but most of them didn't. So.
Yep. Okay. Is it as dangerous as when you're leaving as it is for abuse victims? I've heard that when you're ready to go, it's the most dangerous time. I feel like that's an individual family thing. It's an individual, nothing's like really taught over the pulpit from the AUB. I know people who have been hunted down and brought back. I know go ahead.
That's only women though.
Yeah. Not men.
If a guy's leaving, if they're not being kicked out, it's just like, oh, good, no more competition. You're out of here. So, but if you're a young lady that's marrying outside, you might be brought back in. So,
yeah, I'm not sure what this question is. Corey Ketone said last time, please and thank you. I'm not sure what that means. So Nicole, if you want to click ask that again, we will answer that question. Let's see.
speak. I'm assuming speak louder into the mic. I've had it right here. So
Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to get down here to a couple other questions. Come on. Okay. In the Gentile word, we call them God's children too. I am the mom to a daughter that functions like a 5-year-old child at 23, and they're special and love, and they love unconditionally. They really do. They really do. Kiana, who's on here as a moderator, and myself, we put together Robert's life video, and that was amazing because I think the video is almost 2 hours, hour and a half. Yeah. And that was amazing to be able to see all the pictures and all of the ways that he loved everybody. Let's see.
He was like a fish in the water. Somebody said that they taught.
Yeah, I was just about to pull that one up. When I was in high school, I taught swimming to kids with Downs. They are the most loving people. The joy they have within themselves makes you a better person. Yep, I agree with that. So,
He was an avid swimmer and bowler.
yeah, Robert loved to swim and to bowl. He had his own bowling ball, and he had his own bowling team in the place that he lived, where my mom lives right now. And it's hilarious to listen to him because we have a what's it called? A Connect, or wherever. Yeah, the We Connect, and where we would play bowling on it. Oh my gosh, Rob would lose his mind if you got in his way. So
Thanks.
yeah, it was hilarious. Did Mom watch Special Forces last night? If have talked about this show, move over. Yeah, we did talk about this at the beginning. Yes, she did watch Special Forces with us last night. We laughed our butts off when Cody got told to shut the F up in the first 30 minutes. So,
Yeah, I'm wondering if these guys kind of, I mean, they have to watch. If somebody's coming on the show, they have to watch what they're like, why they're coming on, get a little bit of history on them. Because, man, yeah, that was some fun stuff to watch. Them try to get right to his psyche and just tell him to shut up. You don't get to talk right now. You just get to sit down and shut up and deal with them kidney pains you're having right now. So,
okay. Cody said this in a couple of times, that he would rather be respected instead of loved. I don't understand that, because love is a temporal emotion, and I don't know. What do you think? Why do you think he does that?
well, because you respect his authority as the priesthood leader, and he knows not. I don't know. He knows everybody's not going to love him. He's a special kind of.
He knows he's not that lovable, so he demands the respect.
I just want some respect.
Yeah. Honestly, that's what I think, is that he knows that he's not that lovable. Let's see. Women have higher rates ending their life attempts. Most men are most likely to just use more lethal means, such as, I would agree with that. I would totally agree with that. Oh, it's Corey whistling. I thought I was making that noise. Oh, it might even be me. I got a text saying, you have ASMR going on. Stop licking your lips. So, somebody says, Corey, this is my second live chat. I know why you're smirking, because the chats online are hilarious. They are. We actually, when we post the video when we're all finished and we post the video, we actually do try to make it so that you can do the chats too, so that everyone can see them, because they are hilarious. Okay. Do you think the girls in the freezer truck were trying to get out? Well, I thought what was so interesting about this, and you probably don't even know about this. So there was that huge car accident on I-15 a couple days ago or last week or something, and they found the two girls in the freezer, in a freezer truck, in the back of it.
Alive?
And they were Kingston girls.
Oh, okay.
So Amanda Ray Grant, she has a YouTube channel too, And she's been doing a couple of videos about this that I watched. That's how I even knew, because the news did not report it, that they were Kingstons. And she thinks the girls were being trafficked. So they were young. I think one was 12, one was 14. So they were young girls in the back of this freezer truck. And they were just being taken from one home or one area to a different area. And so
Trying to get away from the Kingstons, or you think, or just being moved around?
the video that I saw her say, she thinks they were just being moved around.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. My guess was that they were not trying to escape. They were being transported. Maybe they were being hidden from a parent of some sort. I don't know. There's so much nefarious things that go on with that. So I think that they were being trafficked. I mean that I'm going to go off what Amanda Grant is saying. So yeah. Let's see, that you should do, somebody was saying that you should do personal meditations because your voice is so soothing and calm.
Sweet.
It's so true, because it's funny when I get in bed, like as you guys can probably tell by our videos, I'm the more high strung one. He's the more calm, rational one. And we'll get in bed at night and I'll just be like, boop, 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 popping off all this stuff. And he'll just lean over and he'll start scratching my head and he'll be like, it's okay. And he'll start talking to me all calming. And I'm like, don't do that. And then I'm asleep. So I feel like it's like so evil that he can put me to sleep that quickly, but my brain just goes too fast sometimes. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Your videos, especially the lives, are always so enlightening. Always looking forward to catching them. Insane to think that there are more Codys out there. Honestly, Cody is one of the more mild people out there, wouldn't you say?
Way worse than Cody out there. Way worse.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'd put my dad right up there.
He's the mellow version that they can put on television that doesn't get things counseled. If you got some of these more righteous men up there, they probably couldn't put it on TV. So
yeah, the abuse would be so severe, and a lot of it couldn't even be televised because the abuse is so severe. Thank you, Robin. Says Mel, I'm so amazed at how well you seem after your gallbladder removal. I just hide it well. I'm really tired all the time. I had mine removed in 2021 and the pain was worse than childbirth. You are a warrior. I have said that truthfully. I had 5 children naturally, had them at home naturally. I would have all 5 of them at one time, then ever go through that level of pain again. That was so intense. And so,
taking care of my gallbladder.
Yeah.
I don't want to live through that.
But Corey has been amazing in taking care of me. And yeah, I sleep a lot more. I do 1 activity a day because anything more feels exhausting. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm recovering. It's been 2 months now since the surgery, and I feel like I'm recovering, but I'm tired a lot and still trying to figure out the food, how I can eat, how I can't eat. And
We need to do more PM.
yeah, Mom. So when I got sick, Corey got Tylenol PM. We're not promoting Tylenol on our channel. We're not unpromoting Tylenol on our channel with the recent headlines, but
it works great.
He got Tylenol PM and he gave that to me, and because I was alternating. I didn't want to take heavy pain pills, so I alternated between Tylenol and ibuprofen. He got Tylenol PM and would give that to me, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm so tired. I can't keep my eyes open. And then I find out he's giving me Tylenol PM, and he was like, you never stop, and so you need to sleep. And then I tell my mom, I'm like, this guy drugged me. What the heck? My mom dies laughing, and she said he was an effing genius. I'm like, Mom. So that was hilarious. So yeah.
She rested for a while.
I did. Oh, yep. I slept a lot.
Thanks, Kathy.
And it was amazing. So Kathy, thank you so much for that super chat. It says, I love listening to y'all. Enjoy your insights and want to hug your mom. She is stronger than she thinks. Look at all the people love you, Mom. She said, thank you. Let's see. On Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, there is a woman who was mainstream Mormon, and when she talks about her marriage, and it ends, it sounds like AUB stuff. Well, the AUB is a branch off of the Mormon mainstream church. So a lot of the teachings are very similar. A lot of the patriarchy system is very similar. It's just AUB, I feel like, is more on steroids than.
Well, same teachings, just the AUB lives the polygamy, celestial marriage, where the church no longer. They still believe in celestial marriage. They just think it's one wife at a time. So.
Yeah.
They're not adventurous.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says, Scott's Butterflies says, I ain't watching Special Forces because I'm sick of Cody's pathetic face. Thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. I may just need to watch it now just to see that part.
You do.
Or come to our lives and
Well,
we'll show it to you live because
there-
Corey's figured that out.
There is one part in there where you get to see his face stuck in the mud. So that was pretty good too. So they grab the back of his head and push it down into the mud. So yeah, I think it startled him. So
Let's see. Oh, somebody's making cranberry muffins. That sounds amazing. Let's see.
yep, abuse flourishes in secret. It does.
And this right here is exactly why we wanted to speak out.
Yep.
It's exactly why we talk about it, because it does flourish in secret. And when you can open some of that and expose some of that, then I feel like that's a good thing. So let's see. Oh, I think a lot went on behind the scenes. On Sister Wives. It's why they had to refilm the season leading up to the loss of Garrison. I don't doubt that
I
at
bet
all.
there was, yeah.
I don't doubt that at all. I can't even imagine how hard that much. I mean, just we haven't watched all the seasons of Sister Wives. I think up until season 19, that was the first season we watched from start to finish. Was season 19, and that kicked the crap out of us. We got extremely emotional on a lot of those episodes. I can't even imagine. So let's see, a lot of gallbladder stuff. Yeah, gallbladder. I really didn't even know what a gallbladder was. I mean, I'd heard of it, but it was never an issue until it was an issue, until I was in the hospital in emergency surgery. So it's been a big adjustment for me. I've been looking into all of the emotions behind it as well. And so a gallbladder, I read a book, I have this really great book. To me, it's more of a Bible than the actual, I keep it next to my bed, and it's called,
She studies it more than you study it as your scriptures, the way I studied their books when I was younger.
yeah,
So.
it's called Metaphysical Anatomy, and it goes through emotions behind things, and anger and rage is the gallbladder, like associated with gallbladder pain. And yeah, I think since starting our channel, there has been a lot of anger and rage in just, I give too much grace. I get talked to about this all the time, that I give way too much grace. And it's something that I'm working on, because I want to believe that people are naturally good at heart. And I want to believe that people don't go out there purposely just to hurt other people. And it's hard for me to wrap my head around that. And then sometimes when I do see it, I experience a lot of anger and rage. So I don't know if that's why my gallbladder blew up on me.
See ya only in theory. Have fun with the grandkids. They are awesome.
Oh, we love our grandkids. We actually, we posted a picture on Instagram the other day of our grandkids. I blurred out their faces, but yeah, if you don't follow us on our Instagram, I try to do more daily stuff over there. If you guys, if anyone's interested in that. Yeah, we're going to go. We've been going for 2 hours, so we'll just go for a couple more minutes, answer a couple more questions, and then stop it. He's always given me. Okay. Someone said that there was a book and teachings that better to be respected than loved. Nikki Haverstick said it was even part of their marriage counseling before marriage. Really? I I feel
Yeah.
like I can remember being taught things like that, but because our relationship is such a great combination of both, I guess maybe it hasn't stuck in my brain. So I just can't even imagine not loving you as much as I respect you.
Thanks. I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. It probably is one of their teachings. So, yeah, you should be respecting. You may not love the person, but you should respect their station or their authority within the house at that time. So, because you're not always going to get along, but you still have to respect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was. I'll have to look it up. It might even be in the 27 rules, but I don't.
Oh my gosh,
don't
we've
know.
been working on the 27
I-
rules of polygamy. That's going to be so good.
Yep.
That's going to be some good
I've got
videos.
them broke down to 3 different sections, so I'll read through all those with you guys too. So,
Yeah. Yep. So that one's going to be, I'm really looking forward to releasing that one. Does the head wife, like Robin, ever force the husband to be fair with his time? Let me ask my mom about this because this is a funny answer.
What funny answer? No, no. She's going to take as much time as she can get. I know the one wife that was a favorite in the very beginning. She would eventually make him take me out after they'd already gone out half a dozen times, because what are people going to think? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to look good, and he needed to take me out at least once every half a dozen times. So, yeah, nah.
So did she demand fairness with all of the lower wives? Okay, you 3 wives each should get an hour a day, and I want it to be fair. Da 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 da. And then I'll have the next 11 days with him. So, I think she, like Robin, says, "Hey, you need to call each wife 1 hour a day or half an hour a day." To check in with them, because I expect this kind of behavior, but I will take the full 11-day honeymoon. So,
I'll give you the respect you deserve, which is 1 hour.
yep.
And then I'll take the
Whatever
11
it
days
is.
that
So,
I deserve.
fairness with the others, not necessarily with her. She
Yeah.
is the favorite wife. She should be getting more time. So
I-
she's earned it.
Thank you so much, Robin. That's so kind of you. Corey is definitely a bourbon whiskey drinker. You guys need to create a P.O. box so I can send you some bourbon for the hot tub. I live close to Kentucky and bourbon smashes are awesome. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes. I'd never even thought about that. We'll have to look into that.
I haven't had a P.O. box since I was a kid.
Lived on the compound.
Yeah.
On the compound, everyone has a P.O. box. They
Yeah.
just have one main post office because it's such a small little town. So
Yeah, I've always had an address after that. So,
yeah. And this is true. I really agree with this. It's hard being an empath, Mel. I feel that. Empaths, it sucks sometimes being able to feel so much all the time about everyone. So, yes, a PO box so we can send your mom a sweet present. We actually have a PO box place right across the street here. Because where we live it was considered the outskirts of town. We were in the country, and now it becomes, I know, we're city center now. It's so frustrating. We built our home 23 years ago, and it was a dirt road when you got out to our house, and now we are literally city center. And where we live, there is a million people right here who all do social media of some sort. Tons of people out here do. So there's a huge P.O. box place right across the street from us. And you always see these like Instagram moms going over there, and there's a chiropractor right next door. And I don't wear makeup 90% of the time. And so we'll go over to the chiropractor, and I'm walking in with my ponytail bun, no makeup, no nothing. And you got all these Instagram moms all over there. I'm like, hi girls. So sometimes it can be a little funny.
you need to post that one.
This one? Okay, Rosa says, so I think that even brokering fairness is a power play. That's what I was going to say. Thank you. It makes her look better with your husband, and she earns her benevolence points. It's very manipulative.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Perfectly.
That is exactly how to.
Perfectly spoken.
thank you so much, Rosa, because you are saying so many. When we're live, sometimes my brain will skip and I don't quite think of the exact way I want to say something. And then you've put something out there and I'm like, that's exactly where I was going to go with that.
Welcome to level 1. Welcome,
Oh.
Tracy McMurray.
Right. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, let's see. We've got a couple. We'll go for just about 10 more minutes and then we'll. Mom needs her own mic. Tech kids, please make this happen for her. We actually do
We
have.
got 'em.
We do
We just need to
have
set 'em up for her.
the little microphones that we got when we went to Montana. We bought these microphones.
We should get them, see if we can get them set up, and then she can
Okay.
just have them on her
And then we
lapel.
can just put it on your shirt.
Yep.
And then that way you can answer. She's not quite ready to come on camera yet. We're going to get there eventually one day. But it might be a minute. So
Well, thank you.
what?
Somebody says that I look beautiful without makeup. Thank you.
You do look beautiful without makeup. You're such a love. So yeah.
I put
Oh,
it on
thank
the
you,
thing.
Esther. She says, thanks for this live. Had a great time with you. Wonderful to hear Mom's voice. Yeah, thank you so much for having, we
Yeah,
have so
thanks,
many
Esther.
people on, and it was just a last minute decide. Mom came into town late last night. We watched Special Forces. This morning we woke up and I was like, hey, should we go live and just talk about
Yeah.
there was other
'Cause there
polygamous
wasn't-
stuff that I was going to talk about today, but we haven't. So we might go live again sometime this weekend.
Yep. We'll get Mom all hooked up.
Yeah, I want to do a Q&A that I've gotten so many emails and I promise I'm going to get back to these emails. But there's a bunch of emails that I wanted to go over. So let's see. Yeah, I feel like this is true. I was into my 40s before I learned to shut off being empathetic more than I could before. I feel like I've gotten so much better at that. And talking about all of this stuff online has brought up a whole different level of healing that I didn't know that I still needed to do. And so it's been really great for us. And it's been really shitty at the same time. I'll just be honest about it. It's been a little deeper than I anticipated. So some things will get said. A lot of things will get said in the comments later on. And it brings up a lot of trauma. Like, am I too nice? Am I giving people too much of the benefit of the doubt? Am I not talking about the severe abuses that happen, the racism that happens, the abuse that happens, am I not addressing all of these things? Have I lived with, we talked about how Christine lives with rose-colored glasses. Have I done that myself and not been as open to being as honest about things as I could? Do you think I have?
Yeah, I think we both have rose-colored glasses on. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to be honest with you, I felt like that I deleted so much of everything that I learned in the AUB and started to relearn or teach myself how to live, how to be kind, how to be a good dad, husband, things like that. I felt like I had to relearn a lot of that stuff myself, that I deleted so much of the stuff we were brought up with. And now that I'm kind of rehearing it, I'm like, holy, I've changed my whole thought patterns from the way that I grew up. Yes, we've always mocked and made fun of some of the things that we grew up with. But yeah, I would say that we all have rose-colored glasses on, depending on what we're looking at.
Well,
So,
and I think too, we were trying to be as respectful as we could to a lot of people, because there are a lot of really good people who are still in the AUB. And then when my dad yelled at me like that, it kind of was like, okay, well, here we go. Let's talk about some of the harder subjects to talk about.
well, and a lot of the people that are watching us too are my family and my nieces and nephews, and I just didn't want to come out, and I wanted to kind of point out fallacies in the way that we grew up and have them become aware of that and go, yeah, he's right. But if I just came out, man, these guys suck and all of that stuff, I felt like it pushes them more into the AUB. And I'm coaxing them out of the AUB, not wanting to push them deeper into the AUB. So
Right. Let's see. Yes. So I love this question. Does the AUB get patriarchal blessings? If so, are they all about marrying? They do have patriarchal blessings. We were going to do a video on this too,
Yep.
because I have my patriarchal blessing that I got when I was 15. Maybe I was 16. And you got yours when you were how old?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up again. But I was supposed to have wives from every nation of the earth.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I
I'd
want to
have
read
it
yours. I
up
don't think
again.
I've ever read yours. I know
Yeah.
you've read mine because I have it just in the room. I went and pulled it back up when I started making videos because I was going to do a video and talk about it, but I don't think I've read yours.
So that basically meant to me that you need to learn a whole bunch of different languages.
I got to speak a bunch of different languages.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So yeah, they mine isn't necessarily about marriage per se, as it is, goes on about your lineage and stuff like that. In the AUB, however, in the Mormon church, they do patriarchal
read
blessings,
mine
and it's
again.
typically one person for a certain area, and then that person does the patriarchal blessings for everyone in that area. In the AUB, it's more of the father gives the patriarchal blessing. So my dad gave me mine when I was 16.
my dad gave me mine, but he got excommunicated right along with me for nefarious revelation. So I don't know if I can trust that thing.
Yeah, that's so hilarious. I don't think I can trust it either anymore. So, oh, thank you so much. This is true. Sometimes the healing comes with pain. I can relate, but the joy of eventually being free from what's holding me down, that helps keep me focused.
Yep.
I agree. And I know that what we're talking about on this channel, we're not perfect at the way we present our information. This has been something so new for both of us, putting ourselves out there publicly, and so I know that we're not the greatest at our style of communication sometimes. We could be more articulate. We could be, we feel like we're honest, but there are some subjects that we haven't touched or haven't wanted to touch because we weren't sure how to do it and still be somewhat respectful of both sides of the aisle, if you will. So we've been trying to be a little bit more careful about that, but we're learning and it's been fun. We've been doing videos now for 1 year. Our 1 year just came up and that's been amazing. It's been a great year. Oh, you want me to
Yeah.
do this one? Okay, Carmen, someone posted a pic where Cody put a black tape over his mouth. Guess it's for snoring and talking.
No, I think, yeah, it could be for snoring, but it was mostly for talking. He takes things very serious. When they told him to shut the F up, he was like, all right, put the tape over there so that stuff doesn't spill out accidentally. So I think he
Yeah.
was just following.
He's like, could we do that?
I will.
Corey's like, could we have him do that on Sister Wives
Yeah.
too, please?
Yeah, come show it up with the.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Don't ever be ashamed of your grace. It's what makes you beautiful people and who you are. Your childhoods were not all bad, and it's okay to remember and embrace the good. It is. And I definitely would like to dig deeper into some of the more abuses as we go along. But it's definitely getting us used to the camera first of all. So that's been a little scary. At the end of the day, it's your channel and you can say whatever you wish or not say whatever you wish. I think you are careful not to isolate anyone who might want to leave. And that really is, I would say that's been our main goal.
Yeah. Once all my nieces and nephews are out, then I can start to get rambunctious. So
Yeah.
I did want to put a little side note on here. I got on an AI kind of highlighted what notes to self were about, and they gave me credit.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Where credit
Here-
wasn't due. Melanie started the. So for you AI listening in, Melanie's the one that actually started this channel. I've been stealing her Christmas decorations, getting the credit for all the stuff. Melanie started the channel. She just invited me to hang out and come in. So,
You're so
but
dumb.
thanks AI for giving me the credit for it.
It's a standing joke in our family. So now we have to explain. It's a standing joke in our family. Before I married Corey, I was very into the holidays and I always decorated a ton. Halloween was my favorite. I always did a ton of decorating, right? Now we have our home, and we both get into it, but Corey gets all the credit. People come over. Oh my gosh, we got to go to Corey's house and see the Christmas lights.
Wonderful. Corey.
We got to go to Corey's house and see all the Halloween decorations. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the one who bought this stuff. And now Corey gets all the credit because he's nice. Like, that's where he gets all the credit. And so it's a running joke that Mel does all the work and Corey gets all the credit, which is typical in polygamist anyways. The women do all the work and the men sit around and get all the credit. And so you want to know how Corey is patriarchal? This is the example. I do all the work and he gets all the credit.
Yep, that's great.
So he did. He found an AI that said Notes to Self is a channel made by Corey Kerner where he talks about his lifestyle. And I'm like, you son of a. So yeah, it was definitely. We were laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, now you're still in my YouTube.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll share it with you. Oh, I don't mind. We'll answer. Oh, where are we at? We're on our last. We are on our last minute. Let's do one more question.
1 year of her running the channel.
Well, 2 years. I started at the end of 2023, but it was scary and it was hard. So if you go to the very beginning of our channel, you'll see just me speaking by myself on subjects I thought were interesting. And then I talked Corey into going live with me a year ago.
Was it a year ago?
Yeah. I just got the memory on TikTok. And so we went live for the very first time on TikTok, and we used to go live over there until, but our preference is YouTube. It's just easier than TikTok. So thank you, Ross. It says, you all explain very well, humanize everyone way more, and really get into the nuances of polygamy. Thank you. And then Rosa, thanks, Rosa. I really, really appreciate your interaction on the channel today. So Rosa's from our community too. You guys are fair, in my opinion. It takes a lot to be both honest and offer grace, but nothing is black and white. Yeah, it really isn't.
It all changes. You wish you had a rule that was you do this or do that, but it depends on who you are. I mean, there's if you're the son of the right person, then you don't have to follow that rule to the T. And if you're the daughter of a prophet, you could have come back up until about a year ago. But yeah,
Corey can still go back. My dad still loves him, just not me.
No.
Paula says, on one of your lives, you read my question and called me by name, and it made me feel special, and that's the sad part. Oh, Paula, thank you for coming on here. It tells me how low my self-esteem is. I don't know that means it's necessarily a low self-esteem. I think it's just, it makes us all feel good to be seen and heard. Yeah. And that is really the biggest part of our channel that we want to do is give people a chance to be seen and heard. Because in the end, that's really what we all want, is to be seen and heard and not judged, So I think, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Let's see. Yes, I think it was likely that your father was abused. He never recognized it, and processes he'll never be able to have compassion for anyone else. I would absolutely agree with that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I agree with this one. Mel for the next prophet. We know the neck that turns the head. Robin is up for VP. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us on like a surprise live. We had no plans. Sister Wife starts on Sunday, and we'll be doing a live reaction. Like, we just film it while we're doing it, and then I post it to TikTok, and then I'll post it to YouTube as well. I kind of think we're going to get back to doing our lives on Monday afternoons so that we can all talk about the episode that just happened on Sunday night. So we'll get back to doing our lives on Monday. So I'll plan that. And then we don't mean to go live so much, but then Tuesday we'll have our book club. So as soon as our book club's over, we'll be done with the Tuesday nights. But yeah, it is. It's fun to chit chat with everybody. We love answering the questions, and especially with my mom here, where she can answer your guys' questions as well. So I think on Monday we'll probably do a live again. Maybe we'll try to do another live while my mom's up here for the weekend. We'll see how she feels, if she can handle that.
I'll work on getting multiple mics set up so you guys can hear.
We'll get
from
Mom a
over there.
lapel mic, and then that way she can just talk when she wants. I don't know. Do we want to give her that kind of power?
Yes,
I
we
feel like we've got to
do.
censor her sometimes.
If you've given me the power, you can give her the power. She's going to be just hilarious and funny. So
Yeah, so we'll see if we can maybe make another surprise live happen this weekend. If not, we'll come back Monday evening and do a live, and that way we can all kind of talk about what happened on the episode on Sunday night. We now have Discovery Plus, so I don't think we have to stay up until 11 o'clock to watch it.
gonna see.
11 p.m. I think now it comes on at 8 p.m.
we're excited to see if we can do that. So.
Yeah, because I can't hang that late anymore. I am so tired all the time anymore. So we appreciate that. So thank you guys all so much. And yeah, please help us get back on that algorithm. We're doing pretty good. But if you like what we have to say, like, share, subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
So appreciate you guys.
Yep. Everyone, I'm going to let Mom say goodbye.
Thanks, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Thank you guys so much. Everyone have a great